Imagine walking into a building that has no clocks, no windows, and carpets so ugly you'd never let them near your living room. Now, imagine spending 6 hours there without realizing it, and leaving with an empty wallet and a smile on your face. Welcome to the casino, where every single thing you see, touch, and smell has been engineered to keep you gambling. It's like IKEA, but instead of meatballs and furniture, you get free drinks and financial regret. I'm Matias, and this is Spinofacts, where we uncover the hidden systems behind everyday life. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on casino architecture, a billion-dollar industry built on understanding exactly how your brain works and using it against you. Because here's what most people don't know. The reason you can't find the exit isn't because you're lost. It's because someone designed it that way. From the moment you step inside, you're not just entering a building. You're entering a psychological battlefield designed by former gambling addicts, behavioral scientists, and architects who've spent decades perfecting the art of separating you from your money. Hit subscribe for more hidden truths and mind-blowing facts. Here's what most people don't know. Modern casino design wasn't created by architects. It was perfected by a former gambling addict named Bill Friedman. In the 1980s and 90s, Friedman studied over 80 casinos to understand what made people spend the most money. His conclusion? The games themselves are identical everywhere. The only difference is the room around them. Friedman's approach was brutally simple: create sensory overload. Pack slot machines together like sardines in a can. Use maze-like layouts with no clear exits. Blast bright lights and loud sounds from every direction. Remove every single clock and window. The goal? Make gamblers feel trapped in a timeless, windowless bubble where the outside world ceases to exist. If you don't know what time it is, you can't know you've been playing for 6 hours straight. It's less psychology, more wizardry, with a business degree. Think of it like this. Casinos became psychological mousetraps. You walk in for just a quick spin, and suddenly you're deep inside a labyrinth of flashing lights with no idea how to get out. The bathroom? 3 corridors away? The exit? Good luck finding it without passing 50 more slot machines. But here's the misconception. Most people think all casinos still work this way. They don't. In 1998, everything changed when designer Roger Thomas teamed up with casino mogul Steve Wynn to open the Bellagio, and they broke every single rule Friedman had written. Thomas said something that shocked the industry. People don't want to make bets when they feel trapped or overwhelmed or confused. But that's where things start to get strange, because Thomas's opposite approach made even more money. Here's the wild part. The Bellagio opened as the most expensive resort in history at $1.6 billion, and industry experts thought Thomas and Wynn had lost their minds. Instead of cramped, confusing spaces, the Bellagio had high ceilings, natural light, clear sightlines, and elegant European design. It looked like a luxury hotel that happened to have a casino inside, not the other way around. The gamble paid off spectacularly. By 2001, the Bellagio was generating $93 million in quarterly cash flow, the highest profit of any casino in history. Per guest room, it brought in 4 times the revenue of the average Las Vegas hotel. Thomas's design philosophy, called playground design, proved that making people feel relaxed, comfortable, and in control made them spend far more money than trapping them in a maze. Turns out, people gamble more when they don't feel like lab rats in a neon experiment. Why does this work? Because your brain doesn't just respond to stress. It responds to environment. When you walk into a space that feels luxurious and open, you subconsciously start to mirror that feeling. You feel wealthier, more confident, more willing to take risks. It's less like a casino is forcing you to gamble, and more like it's inviting you to stay a little longer, have one more drink, place one more bet. You're not being trapped. You're being seduced. Next, it gets even more unbelievable when you look at the details. Those hideous carpets you see in casinos? They're not accidents. For decades, experts believed they were designed to keep your eyes focused upward on the slot machines by making the floor too ugly to look at. The busy patterns supposedly kept you stimulated and prevented drowsiness. But according to industry insiders, the real reason is far more practical. Those wild patterns hide stains and wear and tear from thousands of daily visitors. Some even claim the patterns camouflage fallen poker chips, so casinos can sweep them up later. Either way, ugliness is profitable. If your living room carpet could talk, it would probably ask why casino floors get to be that hideous on purpose. Then there's the whole no clocks, no windows thing. Walk into any traditional casino and you'll notice time doesn't exist. Without natural light or visible clocks, your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, gets completely scrambled. The casino could be pumping oxygen to keep you alert. Actually, that's a myth. Oxygen pumping is illegal due to fire hazards. But casinos do have state-of-the-art ventilation systems that keep air fresh and cool. If you're too warm, you'll get sleepy and leave. If the air feels good, you'll stay awake and keep playing. Scientists discovered that this timeless environment creates something called temporal distortion, a psychological state where you completely lose track of how long you've been somewhere. The same trick is used in shopping malls and big box stores like IKEA, where limited windows and absent clocks encourage you to browse longer and buy more. One study found that when casinos pumped pleasant but unidentifiable scents into slot machine areas, those machines made 50% more money than usual. The smell didn't just improve mood, it triggered subconscious arousal that led to more aggressive gambling. Your nose is basically a puppet, and casinos know exactly which strings to pull. But here's where it gets truly strange. Modern casinos are now using data tracking and behavioral modeling in online gambling. Features like autoplay increase the number of spins by 3% and total wagers by 7 to 9%. That might sound small, but across millions of players, it's massive. Online casinos also celebrate losses disguised as wins. When you bet $10, win $5, and the screen explodes with celebratory sounds and visuals. Your brain registers it as a victory, even though you just lost money. The question isn't if you'll lose money, it's how long the casino can keep you playing before you realize it. So who controls this system? Casinos spend millions hiring environmental psychologists, architects, and data scientists whose entire job is to study human behavior and exploit it. Every color, every carpet pattern, every placement of slot machines near entrances is tested, measured, and optimized to maximize revenue. It's not evil, it's business. But it raises an uncomfortable question. How much of your decision to gamble is actually your decision? Here's the controversial point. Casino design exists in a legal gray area. While regulators require responsible gambling messages and self-exclusion options, they don't regulate the psychological manipulation embedded into the architecture itself. Critics argue that removing windows and clocks, using scent marketing, and deploying algorithms that track your behavior are manipulative practices designed to encourage problem gambling. The industry responds by saying it's no different from how grocery stores place candy at checkout counters, or how restaurants use lighting to influence appetite. But there's a difference. Grocery stores don't use behavioral science to keep you shopping for 6 hours straight. Restaurants don't hide the exits, casinos do, and they've perfected it over decades. The data clearly shows that playground casinos make people stay longer, bet more, lose more money, and return more frequently than traditional casinos. They're engineered to make losing feel good. It's like designing a treadmill that convinces you you're walking downhill, even though you're actually climbing a mountain. And yet, most people who visit casinos know the odds are against them. They go anyway because the experience itself, the luxury, the excitement, the possibility of winning is worth it. But should businesses be allowed to use environmental design to override rational decision-making? Some jurisdictions now require casinos to include visible clocks in certain areas and provide access to time through apps or wristbands. Others are pushing for transparency in online casino algorithms. The question isn't whether casinos should exist. They're legal, regulated, and wildly popular. The question is, how much control should they have over our perception of time, risk, and reality? If a building can be designed to make you forget how long you've been there, what else can architecture make you forget? What if the places we think we control are actually controlling us? From Bill Friedman's sensory overload mazes to Roger Thomas's luxurious playgrounds, casino architecture is one of the most sophisticated psychological systems ever created. Every detail, from the carpet to the ceiling, is designed to keep you gambling longer and spending more. The secret isn't just that casinos manipulate you, it's that they've become so good at it, you enjoy being manipulated. What surprised you most? Drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever noticed these tricks when visiting a casino. And if you want more hidden truths about the systems that shape your daily life, hit that subscribe button. This is Matias from Spinofacts, where reality is weirder than you think.